baby, days little baby. I'm drinking hard with the cocoa at the bar. Sunset on my horizon. Give her respects like the Maya. Sway to the music, I see a beautiful Africa. I was saying in my thoughts. A perfect time, I feel it. I reach for your head, come with me, my lady. Let loose, get to the rhythm and shake it, baby. You look amazing and what a wonderful life, baby. Yeah. Feel the groove, let loose and feel the tune. Feel the groove, let loose and feel the tune. Days with me, baby. I wanna see you move tonight, tonight. Take this chase, baby, and rest the moment in the light, Let that spirit move, the music through you. Let go of any worries that might be stressing you. Whatever you're going through is nothing but you. Can't handle this channel, feel the vibrations in the tune. Move your body, absolutely. Dance the night away, away. I'm dancing the night away for some reason. I shout it, they feel the beat like a tidal wave. I don't care what you people think. I'm having fun with this good. Guess you can call it a day. 2 souls frolic in place. Yeah, one of the best nights of my life. I dance in the Caribbean. I might just from my wife supply, but the good vibes I'm sure with the low tides is paradise. Can't deny, just makes you miss all night.
Hey, we're back once again. It's Fabian, the upgrade man, with the Alkalise to Realise show. We're back with the legendary Monica Schutt. Yeah, so this is going to be an absolutely fantastic piece of knowledge for everybody, because now we're actually moving forward in terms of our discoveries. And now me and Monica are going to collaborate this together. So hopefully we should be able to get some information out to some people that's going to benefit them and help them to upgrade, as I like to say. Monica, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we did it.
Yes.
Good. Fantastic.
I am so happy to be here connecting with you on this live stream, on this video. Yeah. Fabian, I have been following your posts on Facebook and really inspired, and also so thrilled because you are making the same discoveries that I am making, and this is like perfect synchronicity, and also a confirmation that we know I'm not the only one, and there are others, besides you and me, who are tapping into the same knowledge by experimenting themselves with the aged urine, and it's so fascinating to communicate.
It is, and everything you've just said there is that, as we say, synchronicity. We're a reflections of each other. I'm thinking exactly the same thing. How old are you now, Monica? What is your age?
I am 44.
Yeah, so the age of your vehicle is 44, and the age of I'm 37. So we, but the way we feel as though we're 15.
Yes. I say this all the time. I have toddlers in my family, 2 years old, and I feel so much like them. I really feel like a 2-year-old, and I identify so much with their energy and with their fascination about life, and they always want in total awe and wonder of life, experiencing life again through a clean vessel. This is what we experience when we clean our bodies. We become this youthful, vibrant energy, discovering life again.
Exactly. We become a bundle of ecstatic energy.
Yes. When you see little babies or children giggling all day and like, wow, sometimes they cannot stop laughing, and this is belly laugh. And you remember that you have had that kind of ecstatic joy and happiness as well. You experienced that in your childhood, if you can remember, I remember it so much, and this is coming back. I am becoming that ecstatic, vibrant energy again, because I'm allowing this energy to flow into my body again. And not needing almost any food, not needing anything, anything complicated, like being happy with the little things, simple things, discovering joy in the simplest things, because we are joy, we are happiness itself. Yeah?
And this is the thing, we are, this is, you see, what it's enabling us to do is to find our true state of being.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
You know? It really,
exactly.
really is. It really, really is. It's enabling us to unlock this hidden potential that's within us, and it's all encased in the energy.
Yes, this is who we truly are. It's our energy, and we only need to remove all the obstacles that have been blocking this energy inside of the body, because the body is just a vehicle that we have at our disposal to experience life in a physical form, you know, with physical senses. And if we keep this vehicle clean, then what we experience is the energy that powers up the body, which is our true self. This is what I am discovering, what you are discovering, what so many people are really discovering, you know. This is what all the great sages and masters in the past have also discovered and written about, and you know, all the spiritual books talk about this. And I read these books, but I never had the experience of it, you know. And this is so much, wow, much more than just reading books and okay, that makes sense, or that feels truth in my heart. It's another completely step to experience, to actually go through this experience inside. It's true.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we are really energy. We are energy beings, and our bodies are just vehicles, and the key is to purify the vehicle, to get out all the stones in the way, all the blockages, so we can experience the true energy, which is who we are.
This is exactly what it is. See, so very recently I managed to find out that there's certain elements, electrical elements, that the body breaks down. It breaks the food down, and all it's trying to do is trying to find these electrical elements in order so that the body can charge itself through these elements. And, you know, I was always on about the alkalinity, because I'm quite sort of well studied in that area, etc. And that's what led me to drinking it, because I knew so much about alkalinity, etc. And as soon as I realized that this thing had this power of alkalinity to it, I knew that I could drink it. And I knew that, so, you know, so I knew that I could drink it. And it's like, no, I have drunk some of this.
Yes, I saw. Is that your aged urine?
Yes, this is an aged urine. Yeah, and it's been aged. You know, it's the bottle itself has many different aged urines in it. So the bottle is obviously collecting just memory. So the beauty of it is that when I use certain bottles, it just instantly recharges again anyway, straight away. You know?
That's right.
So going back to what I was saying with these elements, it appears that the electrical elements are calcium, sodium. If I'm flipping, this is for everyone who's watching, if I'm flipping from here to here, it's because what I'm doing is I'm collating the information that I've been sharing, because there's lots and lots of it, and we're gonna just build on it as we go. So the elements were sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. And I know that magnesium was a massive alkaline element anyway. But so the body was using these to charge itself. Nothing else at all. Just these elements is what it uses to gain an electric charge in order to turn that charge into energy.
Wow.
So we now know that substance definitely contains those elements because of its alkalinity. If it didn't contain those elements, it wouldn't be able to read that level of alkalinity.
This is so interesting. Yes, because how come is it that aged urine is so powerful at activating this energy in the body? Because this is what I experience when I drink it. I have this immediate power up, you know, the immediate charge in me, and it's so powerful at cleansing the body. as well, because this is the key. You know, what I have seen is the key is to purify the body so we can experience this energy again in us. And nothing is as powerful as aged urine. I have never come to such an experience of wow, intensive cleanliness of the body and going so quickly to this state of wow, feeling this energy and my true self. Then with the use of aged urine, directly drinking it, massaging it into the body, it's coming into the body through the skin. Yeah. And you are now, you know, looking at the more, you know, scientific aspect of it. How is it that it's happening?
Connecting it all up. And then connecting it then with the heart, because that same electrical pulse, the heart uses that. And we know that any electrical entity is encased inside a biomagnetic field in any case. So we know that when we're charging, and then I've done a test which we'll go into anyway, we know that when we're charging the body with this negative electric charge, which again I've also over the last few days proven this for us, that it contains this ridiculous negative charge. So anything that has a really high negative charge, by default, it's exceptionally good for the body. There's no arguing it.
No, we know this. That's why grounding, earth, going barefoot on the earth, or hugging trees, this is all helping to get this negative electric charge. So tell me, how could you measure the electric charge of urine, of aged urine?
Yeah, brilliant. So what I did was I got there's an ORP reader that I used to do that. So what you do is with the ORP reader, you kind of it's a bit like a pH reader. So it's just the starting process before we start looking at getting some of the equipment together to go and find out the exact grades and exact percentages of whatever. Yeah. So with the ORP reader, all you've got to do is simply put it in, and it will tell you everything.
Oh my God, I have to get this. How much does it cost?
It's
and where can I find it?
You can get it online. You can buy them online. You know, they range from sort of 40 UK pounds, and they go up and up and up and up and up. But even just the basic one at £40 is good enough, because it's going to tell you whether the substance you're using is live or whether it's dead or alive.
I mean, we know that aged urine is alive, but it's good for others to see. Please, Fabian, this is great. I'm so happy you're sharing this information.
Fantastic.
Make videos where you put you do the test and you
do it.
Show.
Yeah. You probably haven't seen it because I only did it yesterday.
Oh, no, I haven't. Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, when you see it, it's amazing. And I compared it against I compared it against hydrogen, which is the only two things I know on this earth at the moment now that we can consume that carry this ridiculous negative electric charge is the aged urine and the hydrogen. But we know that the hydrogen, what that does is it eliminates free radicals that cause oxidative distress. So anything that's going to the phrase they use is denature. So crazy.
Wow.
So we're saying that it's going to denature, these free radicals will denature the cells within our body and they will start the aging process. So that, crazy.
This is the rejuvenating effect of aged urine explained.
Yes, that's
scientifically explained.
Yeah,
it's because it has this high count of negative ions that, of course, neutralize all the toxicity in the body.
Yes.
Right? And also it neutralizes all the damaging effects.
Exactly.
As a consequence, you allow more energy in your body to flow, your own energy. And this is where the magic is. This is the energy that rejuvenates your body, that brings everything back into perfect state, perfect balance.
Exactly.
And you have been able to measure different types of aged urine and compared to fresh urine as well.
Yeah. Now this is the thing as well. There's different types of aged urine. Again, there's lots of people that've got aged urine. They've got, like yourself, you've been doing this aged urine for well over 20 years. Massive. Listen, I applaud it. Right? It's ecstatic. So what I've discovered with it is with the aged urine, and then I've seen we're so in sync, because you were saying exactly the same thing. You did a massive post, and then you write like how I would write. Our level of intelligence, we're unlocking a higher mind through this negative charge, and we're able to push the information streams in, which I'll get to that as well, because I know it'll be happening to you as well. We both have to have us. So, the lighter aged urine, I term, is for the purpose of drinking. But to get that, you've got to put the initial work in order to get that to that stage. Anyway, I say, because obviously we're pretty much, we're raw fruitarian pretty much now, because of the level it's brought us to, because our bodies have changed. I said this to Harry, it's like we have become a new kind of human avatar now because of that. I've been training today. I've been martial arts training. I've been doing all sorts today, and my energy levels are going up. They're not going down. They're going up the other way. What's that? It's evening here. It's night time, And I went to sleep at 3-4 o'clock in the morning last night.
Wow.
And I'm full of energy this evening.
And I mean, you are 37, Adrian, and you have the energy, the vibration of a little kid. Really, one can feel this, one can see it. Yes.
Yeah, constantly full of energy, just all the time.
It's so wonderful.
It's truly amazing. And I put it, like I say, the lighter aged urine, it's for the purposes of drinking. I see it as that, definitely. And then the darker stuff is something that I would use more externally.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is a difference when you use it externally, when you let it soak into your body through your skin, or when you drink it. Because I mean, it's anyway going to go into the bloodstream, into the body. But when you do it externally, when you apply the very old urine on the skin, it goes through layers of tissue that normally, because of all the blockages that we have in our bodies, the circulation, the blood doesn't reach. So this is helping the body to activate all these pathways that were blocked. The aged urine is going directly into all these tissues that when you drink it only, or you do the enemas, it can only reach the major arteries, the major blood way passages that are free of obstructions, which is also great. But you have this advantage when you absorb it through the skin, which is a bit more bothersome to be rubbing and doing and waiting for the skin to absorb it, like an hour. I only use one glass, and it takes me an hour to drink one full glass of aged urine through the skin. But the effects are so amazing, because it's like holistically treating the whole body and reaching to all the cells. And it's like there is a whole party going on afterwards, because all the cells are activated.
Love it.
Yeah. So it's like the very old urine I use for my massage, and then for drinking, I drink most of the fresh urine, because I also keep collecting more for aging, because I realize aging is much more powerful. And then I use the middle aged urine, like a couple months old, for my enemas, which I also do daily, and for drinking. And sometimes when I feel like, okay, I need a shot, or I want to take a big shot, strong, then I take a shot of my very old urine as well.
Yeah, you see.
Which is really dark. I would love to use the instrument and see the electrical charge in my very old urine.
I know for a fact that it's just going to be off the chart.
Yeah, I mean, because what I experience is amazing. The more I drink, I'm mind blowing. I have had such amazing experiences after drinking almost a full glass of this aged urine.
Yeah.
Where I went into the forest for a walk, not thinking anything, taking the dog for a walk, and all of a sudden I could smell the flowers that were growing on the top of the tree, like the tree was full of flowers. They were starting to open, and I could smell the perfume as if they would be here in front of me. And I asked my husband, do you smell this? And my mother-in-law was there as well. Do you smell it? And both were like, no. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is really connected. It's because of the AGED urine that I was connected much more with the whole universe. And I could,
you say that?
Wow. It was an expansion of my senses, of my being. Things like this. I have so many stories are overwhelming to
I know. It's funny that you say that, because I was only looking at it today, and it's a fact that we're able to receive. We're like transmitters, and when this biomagnetic field it becomes healthy and expands, we're able to receive information and emit information. So what happens to me? I won't share it. I wanted to share this, but I don't share it. So this information comes to me every night. Every night.
Oh my God!
Every night.
Wow!
And I share some of it.
You are downloading.
Downloading constant information. Always downloading just information all the time. And it wasn't like that before.
Yeah. You know? You open up your senses and you connect with this universal wisdom that you are. It's all in you. Oh my God, Adrian, you have to share this. Do you want to share a little bit more? Or there's so much we can talk about.
So what happens is I come to a stop block where I have that much information in my mind, then I have to wait and then just continue
let
and
it
then let it come out. But that part there where I was talking about this field, it does emit. It will become like a receiver, an emitter of this. So then what happens is when we go around other people, we subconsciously we can feel their energy and they can feel our energy. But the higher this negative charge, the more sensitive we become to this.
Oh.
So we can, as we continue, the higher this charge becomes, the more that we will be able to become more telepathic, more empathic, all of these things. Yeah. And it's real.
Yes, that is why trees in nature and the earth has such a high negative electric charge, because it's connected through the root system. It's connected with all of nature, with everything.
Yeah.
And it has never separated itself from nature. We have separated ourselves from nature by being in these walls of cement, artificial light and artificial food. And
Exactly. That's what's happened. There was a there was an experiment done in 1979. I can't remember the guy's name now. I think it was a Japanese guy. And they got a lot of people in America to sit and they got them to meditate.
Maharishi, yes.
Yeah, the Maharishi, yeah. Perfect. And because they did that, they were able to connect to the biomagnetic field of the earth. And because they were able to connect to that resonance, the human resonance, they could connect to that. And then everything lifted. And this lower vibration with all this negativity was eliminated, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. This is what we need to change the world, to make the shift, to elevate everyone and ourselves. Yes. Yeah.
This is what needs to happen.
Yes. And this you can achieve through meditation, through just becoming more conscious, consciously directing your focus and energy towards this, who you truly are, and connecting with everything else, because this is what we are. We are all connected. And it also happens automatically when we just cleanse the body. We become these active transmitters and receptors of this energy, because there is no more interference. And even though we may not be meditating or sitting on meditation or doing the yoga postures to allow the energy to flow, we are all constantly connected again. And because I am such a lazy person, I don't think so. I'm lazy to sit on meditation, and I'm not really disciplined enough to do the 20 minutes transcendental meditation every day, or do the yoga postures, the 5 Tibetan postures, or ritual, all these things. I would love to, but
and that's why I'm going to with that again. But then it's the spirit is connected to the breath again, and then the soul essence. Your soul essence is encased within your blood, and that's why the group is called the Blood of Christ. Because what's happening is when you're drinking that, it's got your soul essence in it, and then you're extracting it, and it's creating its own pure biomagnetic field. Once you then re-ingest it, what that does, it starts to activate you from within, which is what happens. And it's in the breath. So I've connected oxygen and breath and spirit are all connected and intertwined together.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Negative charge. And then what happens is once you oxygenate the body like that, everything becomes free, and there is no negativity. At that point there, this is when we can begin to merge the physical with the metaphysical and ignite the flame within. Yeah, it's all real stuff. And I like working over this to know that in the heart, in the Bhagavad Gita, they say that the heart is the Paramatma, is the super soul that resides within the heart. And we know that this electric pulse initially it is coming from the heart, and then through the electricity and the neurotransmitters, etc., like within the brain, which I believe is why we're thinking faster, because of the electricity, the circuit is quicker. So the signals that are going from the heart to brain are happening much faster. So that through this negative charge, through the aged urine, people are able to become more heart activated.
Oh, yes, this is what we experience. And more loving, and the breath and the oxygenation takes a very fundamental part here. And me, without having, dive into the knowledge of breathing exercises, or the breathing practices, yogic, all these pranayama yogic practices, just by drinking my aged urine, by cleansing my body, and with the help of aged urine coming to much quicker to this clean state of my body, my oxygenation became so much more powerful. So by itself, all of a sudden I started feeling like, oh my God, I am breathing differently. It automatically happened. And then you made your posts about how important is the oxygen to alkalinize the body, and that in aged urine bonds better with oxygen, and this is why you also bring more oxygen into your body if you drink it. I was like, yes, oh my God, this is what I have been experiencing. And this is like, what happens when I drink or when I do the enemas also with aged urine, because I let the aged urine for quite a long time in my intestines before I flush the enemas out, and my body has the chance to reabsorb it, and sometimes it even reabsorbs it completely, then I don't need to go to the toilet anymore. I need to do another session of enemas to flush it out. When my body is, when I'm laying down with the aged urine in my intestines, I notice that my breathing automatically, again, oh my God, I am breathing oxygen again. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like as if liquid oxygen would be running through my veins.
Yes.
Really.
And can you feel the heat sometimes through the veins?
Yes, I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, so fresh.
So fresh. And you can feel the fire, like the ecstatic.
Oh my God, yes. You know how one feels? Because someone who has never experienced this has no idea how amazing it is. But you know how it felt for me, or the best I can describe it is like, oh my God, I was before drowning, not having enough oxygen, and now all of a sudden I am able to, I felt like I was before in water and I couldn't breathe, and then all of a sudden I'm coming out of the water and I'm taking the first real breath, and I'm like, finally oxygen in me. oh, it's like all my cells are breathing with me, together with me, not only through my nose, but through my pores. The oxygen is flowing.
It's amazing. And it is just like that. That is because you can have it in the morning. You can awaken in the morning and somebody could be in a really sluggish sort of state. And this, you've never seen anything like it. Is you can instantly take it. And we're not speaking about something that takes a while to do. This is instant.
Instant. Yes,
you turn into a new kind of human being, a new kind of human avatar, which is what I got to say. And it happens to you straight away. We're talking about a whole new level of being compared to what you were like previously. And I can't even, sometimes when I post it, I can't get it into words. I can't get the words to fully describe what I'm speaking. I think some people think that I'm joking or I might be just making up, but it's real. What I'm speaking about today
it's real. It's real. I totally understand you, Adrian, because I am also experiencing the same. And I know that all the people who are getting the courage to also drink the aged urine, they are also experiencing the same. They don't need to be a long time urine therapy practitioners as we are, or they don't need to be raw foodies or whatever, even with a not perfect diet and a body that is still clogged with a lot of impurities. They experience this because I have had so many testimonials coming to me. The first time that a friend of mine drank her aged urine for the first time, and her diet is not optimal. She is actually even battling some serious diseases. So you can see from there that her body is not in the best condition, you know. But she told me, oh my God, Monica, she actually sent me a video because she said, I cannot find proper words to describe this. I have to make a video to tell you this because it's so fascinating. This is the first time that I drank my aged urine, and it was because I was listening to you, and then I had to really gather the courage to drink it, and I just let it sit there for 6 days. Only 6 days, Adrian, to tell you how powerful it can be in only 6 days. And she took only like a finger or 2 fingers of a glass, you know. She drank it, and then she meditated, and she told me that she felt this shift. She never had felt this before. In this meditation, she felt like, whoa, what is happening? She never had such a profound and so quickly going into this transcendental state.
Yes.
And after this meditation, she had a dream that night where she met her father, and her father hugged her. And it was the first time she dreamt of her father, reconnected with her father, who is already dead. But she didn't have a good relationship with her father, and a lot of her issues came from that, because of not feeling loved and having a bad relationship. And her father came into her dreams and hugged her, and she felt that she apologized him. She could apologize him from her heart, and it was like a huge veil lifted, a huge, burden. And this was the healing and cleansing aspect of the aged urine. And she woke up and she felt like another woman. And her back issues, she was having a lot of back pain, completely disappeared. She was like in tears when she was recording this video to share me with her experience. It's amazing. And testimonials like this, I get so many from people who are starting to use the aged urine.
That's fantastic. That's brilliant news. See, it really is, and everything that we're finding out and the things that we're doing and what we're discovering, and now we're at the stage that we know that yes, this is, I call it the savior of mankind. We've been saying it, and it is going forward. This is the thing, because it's putting us in the state of being that we're supposed to be in. It's where what we're supposed to be like. We're supposed to be, sort of in that sort of very blissful, happy state.
Yes.
Yeah, and it puts us in a state of balance as well, because it's helping us to balance our mind, you know?
Yeah. It unblocks all the blockages in the way. She had this major blockage that was preventing her from being her natural happy self, for loving self as well, being able to forgive. And forgiving a father is a major thing sometimes, you know? And this happened within just a day after drinking the
straight away. It really is like that. And that negativity that people don't realize. I mean, it was only, I think a few weeks ago, I actually cried, because it was around 5-6 o'clock for me, due to the protocols that I follow, this oxygen, because you keep it there, and if you sustain it and keep it there, it will just continue to advance you and advance you and advance you. And it will say to you, right, what more can I give you? What more do you, if you train, I'll give you more, you know? And I could feel that electrifying, ecstatic bliss running through my veins. And I just looked at the people. I was driving my car. I looked at the people and the way they look, and they just look so sad and ill. And I just felt so sorry for them, you know, because they're in this negative state of mind.
Yeah.
Because they feel this is unclean and it's toxic, and they just don't realize. And even I like to say to people in sort of the truth community, doing all kinds of spiritual practices, I love these people, brilliant, everything is fantastic, but just people don't seem to realize that going within is a part of what you input will become your output. You have to, this is how it is, you know. So if people want to talk about this, people want to talk about the Most High God, etc. So that which creates us, the Creator, has created us to have this high negative charge, just the same as the way that the earth is. So if it's created us to be a particular way, it's only when we reach that way of being will we then be able to access all of the things that you would expect to access by something that we could create all of this that we are in now. You know?
Yeah. Our natural state. Yes.
We have to be. So that therefore it means that we have to reach a certain level of being in order for us to start to advance and elevate and be the true kind of being that we're supposed to be, which is downloading X amount of information, you know, becoming quicker, sharper, faster. Last week I had a massive, what I call this, like leveling up. We went to the next level, had this scenario of me and Harry Matadine. He was having it as well. And he's doing it at a slightly different level to me, but he's still doing what I'm doing now. And that's what I love. You're there as well. We're doing it, and we're not doing it on our own now. And we're saying, look, we're advancing. Something is happening here. We don't even need to sleep anymore.
Yes.
Our energy levels are just totally through the roof. Anything that I want to achieve now, I can do it, you know. And it's that inner state of being, you know. If you clear everything out of the way, we both said, if you clear out all the negativity, all the toxicity, fill the body with life, fill it with oxygen, then what will happen is your state of mind will actually elevate instantly, and all of your confidence and everything else, and your emotional state of being, it's a level of emotional freedom that we attain by going within and activating, what is within us, unlocking that higher state of being that's just literally around the corner. It's just on another radio station. And all we need to do is just increase the charge. So we
you need to the right frequency. Yes.
That's all you need to do, and then we can get there, you know?
Yeah. And you know, more than getting somewhere, we are already there, but there are interferences on the way. We just need to remove the interferences.
That's it. It's already here. We're already in paradise, you know? We need to realize it.
We just need to remove the veil in front of the eye so we can see. Oh my God, yes, happiness. Where was I looking for? I am happiness. It was all the time in front of me. Paradise is already here. You know?
It's already there, you know?
Me,
and it gives us power as well. I've gotten so much power back from this, from the whole, everything that we do in terms of uplifting ourselves and turning towards nature, because that is technically what we're doing. It's so empowering. But this, to be able to create a substance that is going to elevate your consciousness, there is nothing else there's no words to describe it.
This is so important. This is why it's so important we talk about this, about the aged urine. This is why this has been so suppressed. And even in the urine therapy community, there is a lot of, how do you say, people not wanting to, you know. Even here are resistant. There is a lot of resistance towards this, because this is how the powers that be have programmed us to see our urine as something filthy, and the older it gets, the more dangerous and disgusting it is. Actually, it's the opposite. Urine is not something filthy, and the older it gets, the more powerful it is. And really, it's in everyone's hands to make the shift much quicker if they just let their urine age for a couple of days. Even, you know, they don't have to wait for months or years. Even only 2, 3, 4 days, 6 days, like this friend of mine did, to have this major shift. And just drinking a couple of sips, she only drank a little bit of the aged urine. And this reminds me as well, in South America, where I come from, the indigenous people in Bolivia and Peru.
And that was a brilliant piece of information. Carry on.
They only use aged urine. They even have a word for aged urine in Quechua or Aymara. I don't know if it's their native language. So it's distinctive to say this is the medicine, you know. It's like fermented urine or something like that. It's called, but I have to find out what the proper words are. And they regard it as something really precious. And when they have visits, of course, not all the indigenous. This is something that has been also being forgotten through generations, but some of them are still holding this knowledge in them, you know. And I know this from people who I met there in Bolivia, who were working with me. They told me that their moms and grandmas, when they have visitors coming to their houses, the first thing the visitors ask is, do you have aged urine? It's like asking for, do you have a good wine? You know, really.
This is it.
And this is like common knowledge among them. They don't see it as something disgusting, because they know it's their ancestors' knowledge and you know, wisdom from their ancestors. And they keep aged urine aging in containers. They have stored in their houses for months and years. And they take, he was telling me that this was one guy who was working for me, and he was telling me, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I always thought, oh, what is my mom doing? But I respected her because it was her thing, you know. But every time visitors, other ladies would come, they would the first thing they would ask her, do you have aged urine? And she was taking grabbing the oldest container of her aged urine and inviting it not to drink, but to put on their head, on their hair. Both ladies or other ladies were sitting in the sun and massaging their hair with the aged urine and talking, chatting. And they later on, they thanked themselves a lot for the aged urine. And you know, of course, putting it on the hair not only rejuvenates your hair, but also gets absorbed into your brain and brings you in this ecstatic, happy state.
I do it. It's part of my protocol as well. I tip it all over my head. I get it, and I tip it. What I do is I tip it at the back here, and it's probably like a half a pint, and I tip it so it comes all the way over in the morning. You know?
Great. Yes.
And that's why I was saying about nature again, because that's what's happening. You're reconnecting with it. So if you reconnect with it at the highest level, which we know is aged urine, you know, it will reward you for it. You will alkalinity. I don't like to keep going because there is stigma, but it rewards you for it. It has there's a reset mechanism
Yes.
inside of us. And they've told us, they say to you, your stomach acid, you've got acidity in your stomach, so you shouldn't put anything to alcohol. This is what they say. But it's not true.
No.
It's not true at all. If I continually drink this, the only thing that's going to happen is that I may not sleep tonight because
I have so much energy.
But even if I do, but I probably will. And this is the beauty thing about it. But I will feel a blissful, warmth, content feeling inside me. And to know that the feeling, that heat that we feel, it's the oxygen burning, because the cell is like a furnace. And then it's oxygen burning all the toxins and all the negativity away.
Yes.
I mean, how blissful is that to know? How empowering is to wake up to know this?
Yes, exactly. To know that it's in our hands is so simple, so available, so quick.
So quick, it's there straight away. It's, I'm not going to get a disease because there is no, I've eased everything. So
no
such thing as a disease. It doesn't
No, the body has its own way of healing, and it gives us this fantastic tool of achieving this healing much quicker than with anything else, and it's for free. Anyone can get this perfect medicine.
It's free. And that's the other thing as well. I did this test the other day, like I say, and what I was comparing it against was costed £60 for a small bottle. That's the power of what we're speaking about. What I was comparing it against is something that costs £60 for a small little bottle. You got to keep buying that all the time, or every month, or every week. So if you add that up year in, year out, it's a lot of money, and it's not as powerful as the substance, the elixir that lies within.
Wow. Amazing, Adrian. I'm so grateful for you to have, gotten the equipment to measure it, because some people really need to see this, in order to all be convinced. And
all that.
That is great. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get this
ORP.
Yes. And also to measure the pH of urine. I have done this already. It's very easy. And I see that the urine becomes more alkaline as it ages. Yeah. And then for the people who say that, no, but all the elements die when urine ages and all the stem cells are dead, are not alive anymore. This is the proof. With this other instrument, you can see the electrical charge, and if it's a negative electrical charge, it means it's alive.
It's alive. That means that the stem cells, like you always push with the stem cells, there's more of them. The stem cells love it.
Yeah, of course.
It's
you
life.
Would not die in a condition that is perfect for life. Thrive.
They will just thrive and thrive and thrive.
Flourish. Yes, multiply and flourish. Of course. Yeah. Keep on flourishing, keep on multiplying, and you get a shot of this.
This is it.
And shamans in Bolivia and Peru also use the aged urine to cover the bodies of the people, to protect them from evil spirits. They say, okay, wash yourself in urine, which is also an activation of your auric field. And
look at
so
that.
So many stories. Also, another a big town was flooded with a chemical poison from a mineral plant, and all started to die in this town because they drank the water from everything was poisoned. The waters were poisoned, and the only survivors were people who drank their aged urine in this town. And one of the survivors is the one who was telling this anecdote to his grandson. And he told him, because this grandson was wanting to gather information about aged urine, and he started asking grandfathers and people, elders, and there was this grandfather who had this story to share with him. Yes, it's a very well thing that we use, medicinal, coming from our ancestors, and there is this story, and it's now coming back, but back in the days it was very well used and known.
Yeah.
And they even say fresh urine. No, that's useless. You have to let it age before.
I see you say that. I was like, look at that. This, you know, this is it. You know,
Yes.
it's nothing without it. I call it the sustainer of the flame. I call it the aged urine is the igniter of the flame. And then I say that the fresh urine is only purely the sustainer of the flame. You know, it's continuing to, and through my own self-studies, which is something I've been doing my whole life anyway, just like that, I find that if you continue this, what I term break fast, once you break the fast, because the body's asking for the best information possible to break that fast, once you break that fast, if you continue to sustain that level of oxygen throughout the course of the day, when you loop, you eat fruits, and you continue with life, all we're saying is to go with life. You will go up and up and up, and then your fresh urine will tell you at 5, 6 o'clock, which I've also done a few times now in the group, in the Blood of Christ Aged Urine Therapy group. Tag it again, right? In that group, I have put fresh urine in there, and at 5, 6 o'clock, when I get that peak, and it's the urine's 8 to 8.5 fresh.
Wow.
Fresh. And when you drink it, you feel that electricity running straight through as we said at the start, that we both experienced. You can feel it flooding and rushing straight through your veins. Ecstatic, euphoric, blissful energy.
Wow.
What can we say?
Yes. What more can we say? People just need to experience it to really see what we're talking about.
just give it a go.
Wow. So simple, so at hand, so available, so easy to, so free. Oh my God, so effective.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer, a total game changer. Yes.
It really is. And I know, you know, without going too negative and stuff like that, I know that there's a lot of toxicity coming with these EMFs. And in actual fact, every equipment, every electronic artificial equipment that they make carries this positive ion charge anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So as we are, those that fill their body with this negative charge and with this high level of oxygen will become immune in any type of toxic environment. So people, this is why I know this is my mission to push this, because I know personally, I know for a fact that this is the key, from the divine key, in order for us to accelerate and to ascend and to move forward and head back towards nature without having any type of disruption or any type of illness or any type of technology that is going to restrict us, you know, and cause harm.
Exactly, this is the way to protect ourselves from these new inventions of electronic waves that chemtrails in the air and waves in the atmosphere trying to interfere, to put us down, to inhibit, to stop for our evolution. This is the way, is the aged urine. I mean, this town that were dying, the only survivors were the ones who drank their aged urine. It was even capable of destroying the negative effects of these heavy poisonous heavy metals in the water, in the food, you know. And of course, and I have experienced this as well through my continuous rubbing my body with aged urine. I became immune to the electromagnetic waves of computers, Wi-Fi, and everything that used to cause me a lot of headache, and I couldn't sleep during the night. I had to make sure that I switch off all the electronic devices in the room, that disconnect the Wi-Fi, everything, because I felt like, oh my God, I'm so sensitive. I would never be able to live in this world. Why am I so sensitive?
That's the same. I'm the same.
And now I can be next to a tower, a cell tower, whatever. I am immune because my body is free of this toxic stuff. So the energy just flows through, you know. It's like Bruce Lee says, you know, become water, my friend.
Become what exactly?
Become water, because it's when you become as pure as water, nothing can hurt you. It just goes through all the weapons that are thrown at you. They just pass through you.
Pass straight through you. And water is feminine, you know. And Mother Earth, we call it Mother Earth, and water is feminine. So we know that this is connected to nature in this way. And then I can connect that again to that blissful, that nurturing feeling, that loving, caring, nurturing, empathic. It's the heart opening. I know for a fact the heart starts to sing, and I know this, it's scientifically proved. It will sing once it's got that level of oxygen and the blood is running, everything's working perfectly. The electric charge that runs through the body, because it's an electric circuit board, once it's all aligned and it is able to maximize and reach its full potential, which AGED URINE does, the heart starts to sing. It does. And then you feel bliss. We've said it, but that bliss that you feel in your heart, there is no money, there is no, that is what they're hiding, and we are experiencing it now.
Yes, that is the true wealth. That is really all that you need.
It's like you said, Monica, about the gurus. You know, you said about the gurus. Yeah. What? When you said earlier, you said, you know, gurus in the past, they say about these higher states of being. It's funny you say that, because I have posted on that as well, and I've aligned it to that, and thought it is true. Years ago, they used to look and they would say to you that, you know, you have to get to the point where you're not letting your external affect what's happening with your internal state of being. Now, if you look at that, whilst you're living as like a normal SAD diet, whilst you're putting death into the body, whilst it's not oxygenated and you're only operating at 50% of your total capacity to thrive, it's not possible for you to be able to control your inner state, because your emotions are going to be connected to how you feel in terms of what you're putting in your body. So it's not possible. So you have to elevate, you know, from within and create this high negative charge. And like you said, clear everything out of the way, first of all. And then once you get that and you're emanating with this bliss that's coming from the core of your being, that is when you are not affected by what is happening with your external, which we experience it, don't we?
Yes, we experience it. And even the external shifts, changes, because we began to see that everything we experience in our external reality sprouts from within as well. Is your own energy, you know, transmutes. It's always a reciprocal, you know, interaction. The outside is mirroring your inner state. So when you shift your inner state, your outside reality shifts as well.
Exactly. And you become like a magnet for it.
Yeah.
This is what happens with this field anyway. You become like a magnet, you know, and then obviously all you attract is what you are. It's the law of attraction, isn't it? And this is how we do it. And this is our message, pretty much, really, is to tell people that, look, you, with a little bit of discipline, etc., we have this substance here. If you apply it correctly, all of your dreams will come true.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know it's very difficult to fast. I know it's very difficult to change the diet, to give up food addictions. But there is this one thing, even if your diet is the worst and and doesn't matter, just take the courage to use this powerful medicine. It will start activating your body. It will start shifting your consciousness, your body. It will empower you, so you have more willpower to stop the addictions, to make the necessary changes, because these are also very important. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna drink my AGED URINE and I can, you know, live la vida loca, you know, further. No, you need to change your lifestyle, but it will come along. It will be much easier.
Yeah, and this is why people drink. It's like what we were just saying there, and this is, I had this in my mind to say, I've written it down here, what you just touched on there. This is why people drink and take drugs, etc. We now know, because we're on the other side now. And you do that because you are here with this substance. But I know, and I say, and I hold to say, you've had your divinity stripped away from you until you regain. Remember. So then member. You're a member. You have to realign Everything is rejoining, realigning. Reconnect. You don't need to drink alcohol or do any of these things. You are doing it because you are longing for this blissful state that resides inside you.
Yes.
But you can't reach it or attain it until you fill the body with this magnetic light.
Yeah. Until you remove all the obstacles in the way, so you experience this connection again.
Yeah.
This is what is blocking your connection.
Yeah. When you said that before in a previous video, I was like, yes, you're saying exactly the same. Sync, totally. Could get out of the way of the body and let it do its thing. You know?
Yes. I am so grateful, so happy that we are having this conversation.
Me too.
Sharing the same experiences. This is the first time we are speaking, and
live.
Even though we are in 2 different countries, we have gone through the same experiences, because this is truth. This is a universal truth. Anyone can replicate our experiences by simply doing the same.
Anyone can do it. We're all connected. And isn't it crazy? Once you reach this level of consciousness, the level of realizing it is just phenomenal. Everything is in sync. Like we were saying, I only need to meet you once, and then straight away we will be in sync instantly. You know?
Yeah.
That is where we need to be at. And that is why it is as it is today. Because in order for people to do whatever it is that they want to do, they have to create this scenario, because really we are all connected to this divine source, which is this biomagnetic field of the earth and our own fields. So really we are all so much more connected than we know we are.
Yes.
You know, and this AGED urine really does. It makes us, we become so much more sensitive to these higher frequencies, you know, and it's just such a blissful experience for us.
Love it. Yes, I love it. So, okay, you found out that the alkalinity goes so high. You could also measure the electrical charge. Is there something else you want to share that you found, that you discovered?
There is. There's just lots. I mean, that part there with the oxygen and the alkalinity.
The oxygen, yes.
You know, you got the oxygen side, the alkalinity side of it. You know, those for me really are the main key. Yeah. But then obviously we have the stem cells on top of that as well. And then it's just everything else that's inside of that. Another thing I'd like to touch on with it, AGED urine is a magnification of everything else. Urine therapy, all of your health protocols. What it does, it magnifies everything. It's a magnet, and it's magnetic. And that is a big thing for me, is the fact that it magnetizes everything. So what happens is, as soon as you take it, it will magnify your feelings of empathy. It will magnify your feelings of bliss. It will magnify your exercise program. Even if you don't exercise, this is why I say to people, there is a level of state of being that we don't know how to access, and we do that through the AGED urine. If you didn't exercise before and you didn't do something before, then you will do them now, going forward.
Yes.
You cannot be lazy or anything like that.
And you know, talking about me, my problem of being lazy, you know, when I notice this is something that always happens to me. When I do my AGED urine full body massage for long enough, like an hour or so, I have this urge afterwards of going out and and exercising and doing loops in the air. I imagine myself doing loops in the air, and I know I am capable of doing that, and I have this inner desire. So it's like you say, it magnifies your inner impulses, and you know, gets rid of my lazy attitude towards exercise.
And there's other things as well. There's so much stuff I could go into. I know that it boosts the testosterone level, it balances the testosterone, but again, with the magnification, it boosts everything. It really does boost everything. And then there's that side of things as well, where you can, you know, there's the transmutation of sexual energy as well, which is another protocol of mine. Not just mine, other people may use it as well, but it's another one that I'm pushing as part of my upgrade program.
Yeah, so, of course.
because what's happening is this energy, this electrical energy, resides deep within us, which people call their chi, etc. And it starts at the coccyx. So what happens is when we drink it, not only do we get this electric charge that enables us to activate this inner fire, this inner energy within us, what also happens is it raises our testosterone levels, which enables us to give, it gives us more energy, providing that we don't release that energy and we store that energy up. And then what happens is we're able to, again, magnify it by drinking the AGED urine. What we're doing is raising our energy levels, raising it. There are certain practices that once they're put into place, what actually happens is you can raise this energy and raise it and cultivate it to the point where it will burst through your heart and open that up. But what it will also do is it will burst out of your head, and it will activate the dormant brain cells that are lying dormant within your brain, right? And this is all connected to alkalinity, but it's all connected to all of the divine happenings that are in the AGED urine.
Yes.
This is what it's doing.
Energy flow.
It's energy flow. So you can control this energy flow, and you can reach genius status and all sorts, clairvoyance, everything. Some of it I'm doing, some of it at different lower levels and some high levels with some other things. But this is what it does. It enables us to access what we call magic, what we call white magic, etc. The stuff that we see in films and blah, 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 blah. We are able to do this.
Yeah. We are this magic. We are this energy. Yes. Oh, and you talk about sexual energy. It's the same energy flow, you know, when you reach the state, the peak of the energy, the sexual energy flow, when you are living this, experiencing this orgasmic energy. It's the same. It's the energy that you open up everything in all your channels, and you experience your energy flowing. And this is the state you come naturally into when you reach a clean state of your body. Also, you have removed all the blockages from the way. And I have experienced this through the use of a lot of AGED urine, doing a urine fast as well. And I reached the same state of like having an orgasm all the time. I was experiencing this energy flow, and as you said, activating the genius, the magic in you. I all of a sudden had so much inspiration, like for everything. I could create movies, entire movies, entire comedy shows in my mind. And I was like, oh my goodness, I was a source of infinite creative wisdom, creative intelligence and genius. We all are.
We're all capable of this. Our capacity to want to achieve more grows drastically, doesn't it? We are so powerful in terms of, we are saying now to people that, look, this is how it is for you. Everything becomes quicker, sharper and faster, but there is a fire inside you now, a fire where you are able to not want to achieve more. You know that I can achieve more, and I will achieve more from every single thing that you do. And the level of focus as well that comes with this, again, through those neurotransmitters in the brain, without going too technical, etc. But what we're doing is you're actually giving the body more, an abundance to play with. When you do that, the body says, okay, if this is what you want to do, then we will upgrade you to a whole new level of being.
Yes. You're ready to step on the next level of game and life.
Because you want to achieve so much more, but you're doing it from an empathic perspective at the same time as well.
Of course, there is no other way, because you open your heart chakra as well, and it's all love that is flowing. This energy is love, it's pure love.
It is love.
There is no place for anything, any other emotion or feeling other than love.
There is no place for any other than unconditional love. Everything you're doing now, you're doing straight out of unconditional love, you know? And people say, this is why we are getting this message out to people, because we know we are the same as them. We are the same as them. We are them, except for we are becoming a much higher upgraded version, purely because we are going within. We are trusting in ourselves, literally, and we are going within and trusting in our own inner power, you know, in order to achieve this. I call it abundance state of mind and abundance mindset. And because we are doing that, we are then being rewarded for it, you know. So it's a brilliant time. We're here to let you know that, you know, you are only 50% of what you really can be.
Yes.
I mean, we're here to tell you, me and Monica.
5%. Yes, we have moved maybe a little bit more up the scale, but it's still so much more to discover.
Like, it's massive.
I mean, I was. Oh yes,
go on, Monica,
I was talking with a friend some months ago who met a shaman, another shaman in Peru, in the hills of Peru, and Adrian, I don't know, maybe you already. I wrote about this many times because.
Yeah.
And this friend spent 3 months living with this shaman to learn from him. And I know some people will not believe what I'm saying, but it's really true. I really totally trust this friend who shared this with me. And he said this shaman could teleport. He was over 150 years old, but he looked like a child in his, you know, his childlike attitude towards life. He wasn't looking old at all, and he had so much energy, and he was a full breatharian. He was not eating or drinking anything for over, you know, I don't know how many years. He spent 35 years in the desert, getting into that state of full breatharianism, full, you know, discovery of all his, activating his dormal abilities, playing with teleportation and also telekinesis. He could move objects and materialize objects as well. These all sound so far out, but really it's inherent in all of us. We have that in us, and we only need to activate it again. And this shaman, here is the best part. This shaman was telling my friend the key to everything was urine. The key to everything was urine. There was no single day where he would not mention urine and the urine therapy.
Yeah.
And that's really the key to attain everything directly, to activate everything was in our urine, It's
urine. It really is the urine. And we are batteries, like you just said about the guy who's a breatharian. He's not, because of this inverted society, people think, well, he's not having anything. No, he's charging his battery.
Yes, he is pure energy, as we all are.
Energy.
Infinite source of energy, is endless. Is not doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end.
No.
Doesn't end with the decay of the body or the death of the body, and it's what powers up the body. And if you allow this energy to flow freely through your body will never age. Actually, it will rejuvenate, it will heal if there is any damage. And aging is a decay of the body, is damage, cellular damage. So it's like any disease. You heal this. When your energy is flowing again, there are no obstacles. It can reach to all your cells. Your cells are not going to be decay and looking old and your flaccid skin or no.
Taking the words straight out of my mouth. This is what I'm saying at the moment now, is disease is connected to a lack of energy. That is it. There is nothing else to it. Once you are in this state of being, there is no thought of illness, death. It doesn't exist. So it's amazing. It's almost overwhelming to realize now that we are reversing in aging. We are reversing everything, and we are becoming so much better at everything else as well. So it's a case of when we leave here, it will be a choice, and that is it.
we will probably shift, or like this shaman in Peru does. He is always constantly teleporting, and he likes to travel the world like that.
Yeah.
He travels often to the North Pole because he spent a lot of time in the North Pole. He spent a lot of time there, and he made friends with the penguins.
Okay.
And he likes to go visit his friends because he says they are the most evolved, one of the most evolved species in animal kingdom. The penguins are so spiritual, so beautiful, and he communicates with them. And then he also travels to deserts where he is planting seeds. With his material abilities to materialize things, he is changing seeds into upgrading the seeds to reforest the deserts where these seeds, these plants do not need any water. And he has achieved these seeds where he's building a whole bank of seeds for the future to save the planet, because this is what the planet needs more, nature, right? And he has found a way to, he has created these seeds, and we all can create these things that don't need any water, and they grow into big trees without any water, without any rain, just through the water in the atmosphere. This is enough. And they grow big, juicy, sweet fruits.
Amazing.
And this is like fantastic, and this is his true mission, and he doesn't want to be known. He's not on social media or on the internet, nothing like that, of course not. He just wants to save the planet. He wants to do this is his project, his life project. And this is what this shaman does. And you know, we can also choose to do whatever we want with this. When we upgrade our bodies and we are activating our full potential, we can choose to be creative in any way or form that we want. And I know for sure that I want to bring back paradise on earth. I will also do my part, you know. I would love to teleport as well, and you know, to connect with other. Yes, of course, there are no limitations.
There are no limitations. I know personally that there is a power with AGED URINE, that even some of the things that I know about it myself, that I've not shared yet. I have in some respects, but there's still some more stuff with it that I'm kind of waiting for other people to sort of step up to that level as well, so we can do this. But it is, you know, there's a power inside of us that once we learn how to cultivate it, then we can manifest our own reality. We can create our own abundance, you know.
Yes.
I do some of it, and everything we've spoken about today, we're living testimony, and it really is beautiful. It's fantastic, Monica.
Thank you so much for opening up this possibility. I know I have been very absent from Facebook and social media and YouTube, and I'm even not responding to many messages. I still have to catch up with my messages, and I hope people are not mad at me because I'm really like out of the map. But it's because I'm also focusing on my own, you know, progress and process. I know this is very important also for my book, and I'm also wanting to focus on my book, finishing it. And thanks to you, Adrian, because thanks to you, I'm now speaking again, and being with you, sharing wonderful information, getting this wonderful energy and information from you, feedback from you as well. We are so in sync. We are really, we got
to do this at least once a month so that everybody can get information from us, and you know, bring that.
That's right. And to everyone who is feeling inspired to use the AGED URINE more now, and thanks to our conversation and our sharing, please do also your own videos, share in posts, Facebook posts, or wherever in your own way. Get it out. It's so important to share this knowledge, to tell everyone that there is this simple way. This is so important, so mad.
It's crazy. I'm looking at this now, and the information I've got here on the left hand side of me, I've still got loads. We've hardly even touched it. You know, there is a lot to go into in terms of how we do our protocols and our experiences and so much more. And like I say, this information is just being downloaded to us, and we know that it's for everybody. And you know, our visions are the same, and we want to create this paradise on earth. and we are going to do it, and we're doing it because we're now experiencing this high state of being, aren't we? So it's beautiful.
Yes, yes. We're doing it because it works. We see it, and we want everyone to experience the same because it's so amazing.
We wouldn't be doing it, you know. So the group we have, the Blood of Christ AGED Urine Therapy group that me and Lee Molson put together. Anybody watching this, just join this group, right? And it will lead towards the path of liberation, you know. And if Monica is a legend in urine therapy, anyways, if you don't already know Monica, you haven't added Monica, do it now, do it right now. And we'll be doing some more videos as well on all this, you know, so we can just get everybody on the same page and let everybody know that, you know, the state of being that you're in, it's only temporary. There is a much higher state of being. Bliss and happiness, it's real, guys, and you can attain it anytime, you know? Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. It's been an absolute pleasure, Monica.
Oh, it's been a real blessing, Fabian. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Thank you.
You're the beautiful soul, you know, so love to you. Yeah.
Love to you too.
Fantastic. And we shall do this again very soon.
Yes, yes. Let's catch up again very soon. Thank you so much to everyone.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
See you soon, guys. Bye. Upgrade. Woo. See you soon, bye.
Bye.
Bye.